Hello, today I would like to show you how to do a list of headings on IELTS exam. Well, here I have European Transport Systems 1990-2010, and so this is a very simple one, but I'll try to make it much more simpler. In other words, I'll try to explain as much as I can. So as you can see, we have how many? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 paragraphs here. Because in one extra one is already marked right here. Can you see or not? Yes. Now you can see it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just to read this one. I already read. Then I'm gonna read this one for this. What have been the trends and what are the prospects for European transport system? All right, it's all about European transport system and whether or not I don't think you can see this, but the F1 is already how can I say it set. So that's the reason I'm just gonna erase this one now. I'll cross it off. Okay, this one is not necessary. Don't get confused because it may just bother you. Not to bother ourselves. I'm gonna do it this now. It can't be visible. It doesn't stop me. All right. Now I have to find 8 headings. So let's get started. First one is refreshing important long-term goals. It's talk about long-term goals. And the other one is improvement in transport methods or change in routes and transport methods affecting distance goods transport. Okay, it's about transportation, long distance. So long pattern transport, environment, cost, environment. To talk about environment, so this paragraph is crucial. I gotta check it out. It's something environment. Escalating transportation of rail transport. All right. Rapid growth of private transport. All right. Road changing policies and new admission waiting countries. How they change policies. Okay. I have quite a bit of idea about this, and then now I'll try to find from the first, and I'll follow this action. Follow the steps. All right, let's get started. First one is where okay, let me see it. All right, now you can see clear, I hope. So it's difficult to convince a vigorous economy grows without efficient transport system. All right, and one transitions the demand for physical transport facilities for the census. There are 2 key factors behind this. Two key factors, all right. Passengers transport determined factors. The number of cars in European Union roads, so increase of 3 million cars each year. So all right, it's so increases 3 more for each year. So next decade, you see further substantial. Okay, it's talking about further substantial increase. So it's all talk about like a increased stuff. So I guess this is where it talks about it. So gross change, number take, escalate, environmental cost affecting steps, rapid. As you can see, this one is talk about a rapid growth because these paragraphs all talk about growth. So I'll make this one here, and this one is rapid growth. Where was it? Yeah, 8 is. This one is 8. It's in rapid growth. So I'm gonna erase it. However, I found this, but it may be wrong, but. Yeah, but anyway, I'll just cross it over not to get confused again. So I think it's 8 one. Now I marked here 8, and I'll make it here too 8. All right, I'll make a Roman letter. I'll use Roman letters. All right, I'll use Roman letters. All right, 8. So next one is as far as goods transport is concerned, growth is due to the large extended changes for economic system production at least 20 years as the internal factory has been established and abolish it in a stock economy. All right, let's talk about it. Phenomenon have been emphasized relocation of some industries. Okay, some industries are moving, which are labor intensive. Okay, labor intensive. Reduce production costs. It's talk about production costs. Even so, the production sites 100,000 production sites kilometers away from final assembly plant. So we talk about carrying some stuff in general. So I'll make it transportation, goods transportation. I'll settle with this. I guess this is I think the correct one. So I'm gonna mark it here, and then I'll try to cross it over. All right. This immediately, not to get confused. Now we have like we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we read this number. So it's 3. I'm gonna give it 3 as well. Alright, now I'll check the C1. So how to find a C1? Economic growth, external countries, candidate, which are candidate for entry to European Union. I have a quite idea. Where was it? Yeah, your admission. So I'm staying with this, and let me read more. So particular road, traffic in countries already also the main candidate countries. Again, it's talking about candidates, don't get confused. So between increase emerging temperature increase and could benefit enlarged Europe. Alright, it's on a high level existing number of states. Alright, it's talking about exactly this one. I believe this one. So it's 11. So I make it 11. Now I'm gonna erase it. Or just erased. Right, so we found this one so far. So probably found this up to 3. So 4, I'm here 4, right? And the 4 one is talking about, however, new impairs sustainable development. Sustainable development offers an opportunity for adopting Commission transport policies subject to agree to between most transport lies and heart of its strategy. Okay, strategy, it's talking about new plan, something like this. Ambitious objective can be only be achievable to answer. And ambitious, talk about new, nevertheless essential steps towards sustainable transport for 30 years. It talk about plan somehow. So we have very important long-term goal. Okay, goal we have. Where was your plan? Where was the board? Starting with a plan. Transport policies alone, no. Plans to develop major road networks, but it's not talking about networks. It's talking about something substantial developments. I believe this is this one, so where it talks about fresh and goals. So the one is I or otherwise it's our market this here. Can you see now? All right. Now we found this 4. Now I have to start with this part. So I'm gonna start with part 3. Yeah. All right. Let's get started. Okay. All right. Okay, so it starts with E. So energy consumption transport sectors. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already 7. Current consumption transport sector was to blame 20% of emissions, leading greenhouse gases. Oh, it's talking about environment stuff. So environment, I believe it's talking about like environment, so emission transport. So again, emission. It's definitely. I didn't even check that much, but it's definitely 5th one. This one, because he's talking too much about environment, whether you can see or not, I'm not sure, but this is exactly it sounds like this. All right, this one there, and the F1 is here. It's already marked. Here, as you can see, this one is already marked, so F is not gonna, I'm not gonna deal with this because it's just waste time. So when it comes to G1, so first objective consists of focusing on road transport. Only road transport is solely source of pricing option would not be accomplished to accomplish models. All right, road transport. We talk about a lot of road transport. I gotta mark this as a road transport. It's something to talk about a lot. Okay. Alright, and better long ratio goods vehicles and passenger vehicles roles. However, lack of measure available retail models transport other models alright changing would make it impossible for models and transport to take up on patent. The first approach it's like a policy. So alright, how could was focusing on road transport solely through pricing. So this ways pricing option would be shorter than transport goods. Okay, however, the lack of, so it's saying like talking about transport options, transport models, and how to limit their usage. So this one is pricing, focusing on the road transport approach. Road transport ratio. Okay, this one exactly this because. Restricting road use change in policies. It's saying we're trying to limit the number of the cars. Okay, I'm going to stay with here and I'm going to give it to 10. Oh, it's 10, not X, sorry. It's 10, not an X. All right, I'll make it here. Anyway, then the second approach also concerns our second approach. All right, second approach is what's the restriction. Now, how about this one? How can I find this one? And approach. All right. Second approach to concentrate on road transport pricing, but it's accompanied by measure increased efficiency. Already talking about efficiency, other models, better quality of services. Okay, logistics and technology. However, this approach do not include investment in new international. All right, let's talk about quality services, efficiency. I think this one is just charging for roads and improving other transport methods. I believe this is the correct one because, yeah, it's the correct one. It's simple, right? Because we talk about improvement stuffs, all the stuffs, a transport method kind of stuffs. All right, so this is a 2. Okay, 2 is erased. 1, I forgot to erase 1 as well. Sorry about this. So 1 and 2 is erased. So it's 2 now. But the last one is remaining. So to find the last one, we have a. Oh, sorry about this. This one is forgotten to be erased. All right. 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3 third approach, which do not consider. It in the approach would allow market shares. Okay, market shares. And market shares where more return lives and makes it's more ambitious than it looks, being main historically amazing. Last 50 years, wow, it's long term, alright, but it would achieve more. Okay, it's talking about the long term stuffs and it's really long plan to develop major network. It's not talking about this, obviously. It's not talking about this, right? And the escalating cost of rate. No way we have a real chance. But we have only one option. I believe this one is correct because we don't have any other options. Do it here. We don't have any other options, so I'm gonna make it forward here. All right. So I guess the old answers are correct because we used all techniques we can, and as you can see that we marked every answer, and we try to be logical and have an answer right here. Try to do any. Okay, you can write as much as you want here. They don't check this part, and they only check answer sheet. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something well. And or you can write anything in the comment. I'll try to answer as much as possible. And the editing was not good. Sorry about this. I couldn't edit as much as because I had a lack of time. Sorry about this. And thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Well.